guys, how's everybody doing today? My name is Carla and welcome to my channel. Today I have my weekly try-ons, and it's actually very exciting because I decided to try out all of the new Wet n Wild stuff that I could get my hands on. So for the past week I've been trying these products and I have my thoughts and I'm ready to share them with you. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope that you join my channel and that you keep coming back. So if you want, please subscribe and ring that little bell, and yeah, let's get to this video. Okay, so the first things that I tried were the face primer and the face primer spray or setting spray. So I have all three scents here. The first one that I have is the rose scent, which looks like this. Then I have the cucumber, and I also have the coconut. Now I tried these products for 6 days from Monday through Saturday, and I got to use each one of these primers twice. So I have to say that I really enjoy these primers. They are, or they claim to be, it says revolutionary cream to water formula. Definitely agree. It comes out like a cream, but when you put it in your face, it melts into your skin and it feels like water. So I definitely have to agree with that. It also says hydrates and locks down moisture. Definitely agree with that. And blurs the appearance of pores. Now, I agree with this one to an extent. I think that it does blur a little bit of my pores, at least on this area right here. It did blur a little bit of my pores, but it's not like, like 100%, pore blurring formula. That's not how it is. I did notice a little bit of, blur of my pores, but not something that I can say this is the best thing out there, you need to get it. But they are very nice. They smell amazing. All three of these smell amazing, and they do feel very moisturizing and very hydrating. So I really enjoy these, and I'm gonna keep using them until I'm done with them, and I will probably repurchase them because I really do enjoy these. Now, along with those, we have the primer water. So this is the Photo Focus 3-in-1 primer water. It preps, it sets, and it refreshes. So the first scent I have is the coconut. Love it. I have to say that this one is actually my favorite, so I will keep repurchasing this. And actually the Photo Focus setting spray, the Photo Focus setting spray in the white bottle is actually my favorite setting spray out of all of them, even the high-end ones. That is my favorite setting spray. So I was so excited when these came out. But yeah, the coconut scent is my favorite from this line. Then we also have the rose, which is my second favorite. Love this one. And lastly, we have the coconut scent. The cucumber. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so the third one is the cucumber water spray. So normally I would pick cucumber out of any scent out there. Cucumber is one of my favorite scents, but unfortunately this water one did not do it for me. When you first spray it, I think that it smells really good, but the after smell, it almost smells kind of fishy. I don't know if it's mine or I don't know. I'm really not sure, but the after smell, it kind of smells like when you first catch a fish from the water, that kind of like salty fishy kind of scent. That's what this smells like, and I'm not a fan of it. I will keep using it until I'm done with it, but I don't think that I will ever repurchase a cucumber scent. I like the rose and I like the coconut, but not that one so much. And then from that, we move over to this Photo Focus Luminous Primer Stick, which looks like this. And this is not my favorite primer ever, but it's not that bad either. It's a little sticky. Can't really see it right there, but you can see the shine. It's kind of sticky and it's kind of drying too. What I do is that I usually just put it on my cheek area, a little bit on my forehead or on my chin, especially right now because I am so dry because of the, cold weather outside. And then I just like rub it with my fingers, and it does leave my skin feeling, shiny and dewy, but it is a little bit sticky, so just keep that in mind. But I really do like it. It doesn't mess with my foundation or nothing, so I'm gonna keep using it until it's done, but I don't think that it's something that I will repurchase again. And then I have two foundations that I wanted to try out. So in the 6 days, I did 3 days of one foundation and I did 3 days of the other foundation. So the first foundation that I put to the test was this Photo Focus Stick Foundation, and my thoughts on this is that I didn't like it. I wasn't a fan of this stick foundation. Now Wet n Wild does have the Photo Focus liquid foundation, and I'm actually not a fan of that one either. I know it's a lot of people's favorite foundation, but it doesn't work with my skin. I don't know what it is. It just makes my skin look really cakey, and it doesn't last very long on my skin, and it's just that foundation and my skin just don't go well together. And so the same thing happened with this one. It's not long wearing at all, and it's not full coverage at all. So if you like your foundation to be full coverage, you're not gonna like this at all. Like, I could still see so much of my imperfections come through, that not even my lightest foundation that I have do that. Like, this one did not cover anything at all, in my opinion. It did nothing. And not only that, but it kept like rubbing off my chin, and no matter how many times I try to pat the foundation, it just wouldn't cover. It wouldn't cover my chin or this part of my nose. I don't know what it was. I tried so many different sponges. I tried using a brush. I tried my fingers. I tried everything, and I couldn't get the foundation to stay on my chin or my nose. So that was very, very weird. It also kept fading in a really weird way throughout the day. Like, around this area of my face, it just kept fading away, and then I could see like streaks of foundation of where it had rubbed off, just around this area right here. And I just didn't like this foundation at all. I wore it 3 days straight, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I'm thinking to use it underneath other foundations, but what's the point of that? So this is definitely a pass for me. I didn't like it at all. And then the second foundation that I used was the Mega Cushion Foundation with SPF of 15, and it contains natural coconut, and it's the liquid foundation that's in a cushion form, and I have my shade in Natural Beige. The shade that I used in the stick foundation was Classic Ivory, which worked perfect. The color was not an issue. And then the cushion foundation, I'm using Natural Beige, is the one that I have on my skin today. I tried to use as many of these products today on my face as I could. Now it is later on the day, and I've had my foundation on, or I've had my whole makeup on for about 9 hours now, so I'm sorry if it's looking a little faded, but I've had it for a while now. But yeah, this is the foundation that I wanted to wear today, and it looks just like this. It comes with a little what do you call it, like a little sponge, but I don't really use this, and it's just so nice and organized. You just put your stuff there, and then this is what the cushion foundation looks like. You can kind of see it through the back, and I have to say that I love love this foundation. It's turned into one of my favorite foundations. I think that is perfect for work because it's not too full coverage, but it gives you enough. It gives you enough. I have a little bit of redness in my cheeks and on my nose, and this covers that beautifully, whereas the stick foundation did not cover any of my red bumps around my cheeks. I had a really hard time getting this foundation to cover anything on my face, but this foundation actually did cover a lot of my imperfections, which was really nice. I really enjoy this foundation, and I'm gonna keep using it, and I'll probably repurchase it after I'm done with it because I think that it's beautiful. Now a few things. It says here directions. It says that you can reapply at least every 2 hours. I disagree with that. I don't feel the need to touch it up at all throughout the day. I think that it works beautifully, and even in the areas where it starts to fade, like around my nose, it does it in such a way that you can't tell that it's fading, which with the stick foundation you could tell that my makeup was fading in certain places. I really dislike that foundation, but the cushion foundation wears away pretty nicely. You can't tell that it's, you know, fading off. So that is the one that I'm going to keep using because I really did enjoy it. Now I also purchased the Wet n Wild sponge, and actually this and the stick foundation don't go well together whatsoever. I felt like every time that I was trying to blend the foundation, this kept absorbing it and it wouldn't let it, you know, stick to my skin. So after that, I tried using a different sponge, and then I also tried using a brush for that specific foundation, and I felt like those things helped me a lot more than this one. But with the cushion foundation, this sponge is actually beautiful. I have no issues whatsoever. I used it the whole entire time. I love the shape of it. I love this shape to apply my foundation, and I love this shape to apply my concealer. So this sponge, I'm going to keep using it. I think it's beautiful. It's so soft, and I really did like it. Now, for concealer, I didn't have a Wet n Wild concealer to use, so I just used my Maybelline Dark Circle Eraser. I love this concealer. As you guys can tell, I'm almost done with it, and I really do enjoy how it makes my under eyes look. So this is a concealer that I used this week, and I think I mentioned that on my last try-on, weekly try-on video. So I really did like that concealer. Now I did try the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. Now this thing is huge. It's gonna last me a really long time, and I really did like this powder. I don't bake anymore with my powders unless I'm going to like a really important event or on a date or something. Then I might bake my face, but in the meantime I just grab a brush and kind of set my concealer really quickly, and then I grab a bigger brush and I kind of set my foundation and I call it a day. I really do like this powder. The only thing that I have an issue with is that this part is so messy. It doesn't really come with a protectant or anything, and it's just so messy. And every time that I try to move the powder to the center of it, it just kind of flies off, and I just get powder everywhere. So packaging wise, I'm not a fan, but the actual powder, it's amazing. I love it. I'm gonna keep using it, so I recommend it. Let's see, what else did I try? For bronzer, I have this Color Icon bronzer in Ticket to Brazil, and this is what it looks like. Now, I believe they have 3 or 4 different shades in this line of bronzers, but this is the one that called my name the most because it's the one that had less shimmer to it all of the other ones had a little too much shimmer for my specific taste. I like my bronzers to be a little bit more matte, and if they have a little bit of shimmer, for it to be very minimal and not too crazy. And I felt like those other bronzers had too much shimmer for my taste, so I decided to go with this one because it's the one that kind of reflected the less shimmer for me. And now that I've kind of used it a lot, it kind of looks matte. It doesn't really look shiny anymore, which I like. Now the only thing is that I feel like this bronzer might be just a little too light for my skin tone. I am wearing it today, but as you guys can see, it might be a little too light for me. But you can see the shine from the bronzer. It is the bronzer that I have on today, but I feel like my blush is the one that's coming through the most. The bronzer is not really coming through too much. Now, the first day that I used it by itself, but noticing that it was a little too light for my skin tone, I decided to use the the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula first, and then I will go on top of it with this one just to give it that nice shine so that my face will look nice and glowy. And I do like the bronzer. I just wish that it was a little bit darker, or that the other darker shades had a little less shimmer. But I really did like the bronzer. Now for blush, this is not something that is new, but it is new to me because I haven't used any of their blushes before. It's Color Icon Blush in Mellow Wine. This is what it looks like. I love this blush. It's the one that I'm wearing today. This is my type of colors. I love colors like these, where it's kind of like a wine, mauve type of berry colors. These are the blushes that I love, and I do enjoy this blush. I liked it a lot, so I'm going to keep using that. Now for highlight, I did have a few highlights that I used this week. Let's see. I forgot to mention something with the blush really quickly. Throughout the week that I wanted to use my blush matte, but there was some times during the week where I wanted to look a little bit more glowy, so I wanted to incorporate this Wet n Wild baked blush in Don't Flutter Yourself. And this is from their previous collection. What was it called? I can't remember the name of it, but it was like the bird collection, and it had 3 different blushes, and they all look very shiny and shimmery. And I feel like they are more like blush toppers than actual blushes, and it gives you like that nice little glow, like you can see my glow right now. So I would put some of this on top of the other blush just to make my skin look a little glowy, and I really enjoyed that. Now for highlight, there was a few highlights that I wanted to try this week. So the first highlight that I used was this highlighting gold bar, and this is what it looks like. And I remember when this came out a while ago, I couldn't get my hands on it because it was never available in any of my Walgreens. I must have gone to like 10 different Walgreens and I could never find it. And I was really sad because it was limited edition and I couldn't get my hands on it. So then when they brought it back, I was like, I need that highlight. So I purchased it when I purchased some of this other stuff, and I love this highlight. It's beautiful. I mean, it's so beautiful. It's so shiny. It looks great on the skin. It looks like your skin is wet, you know, like you're glowing within. It doesn't really look like there's something like makeup on top of your skin. It looks like natural highlight, which I love. I mean, look at that glow. Oh, so beautiful. I love this highlight. I also wanted to play with some of the Zodiac line stuff because they are still available. You can get these at your local Walmart, and you can get it at their website. So I'm not showing you things that you can't get. Like, you can't still get these items. So I wanted to play around with this loose highlighting powder from the Zodiac collection, and I really like this. It's called Written in the Stars, and I love, love, love this powder. The only thing is that it is a little bit more shimmery, and it does have specks of glitter in it, so you will see the glitter on your skin. So it's not like that glowy, kind of wet looking highlight. You will definitely see some sparkle with this one, but nonetheless, I think it's beautiful and I really like it. Then I also have two more highlights from that same collection. Let's see, I have Air and I have Earth, and so they look like this, and I really enjoyed these highlights as well. I mean, Wet n Wild has such beautiful highlights that I can't complain. I mean, look at that. They make amazing highlights. If they get anything right, I think that they get their highlights 100% right. They're just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then this one is Air, which has like hints of pink in there. And oh my gosh, I just love their highlights. I mean, look at that, look at that. All of their highlights are beautiful. And then I also have one that I've been eyeing for a really long time. Like, I started eyeing this highlight when I was just starting to get into makeup. I just never got the chance to buy it. But then I saw it at the store the other day, and I was like, you know what? I really want to try that highlight. And so I got it, and it's called Boozy Brunch. And it looks like this. It kind of looks like animal print, which I love. And I know that it's not new. It's been around for a while, but this is huge. I mean, this pan is huge. And the highlight, it's beautiful. I am so glad that I finally got my hands on this highlight because I love it. I love this highlight, and it gives you like such a beautiful color. It's like a, even though it has like dark brown and pink and gold, it just gives you like this really nice like light champagne kind of color, which I love. And it also makes you look glowy, not glittery, which I love. Let's see, moving on. I also wanted to try their brow pencil. So I have this micro brow pencil in the color Soft Brown, which looks like this, and it's the one that I have on my brows today. I really enjoyed this brow. I mean, if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that brows are not my favorite thing to do for my makeup, but I wanted to try this brow pencil and I liked it. I mean, it was easy to use, and I'm gonna keep using it, and the color is just perfect. So if you want a cheap eyebrow pencil, there you go. Now for oh well, since I mentioned the whole eyebrow thing, I also use this eyebrow gel mascara from Essence, and I use mine in Soft Brownie. Love this stuff. I mean, Essence has some hidden gems, and Essence is super cheap, so definitely take a look at that line of makeup. Now, as far as eyes go, my eyeshadow primer that I used this week is the Milani eyeshadow primer, which looks like this, and I love this eyeshadow primer. I think that it makes my eyeshadow looks beautiful the whole day. It does not allow it to crease, and it dries to like a powder, so love that primer. And then as far as eye products go, I have 4 eyeshadow palettes that I tried out this week, and the first one is called Cosmic Collision, which looks like this. Let me open it up so that the light doesn't reflect too much. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful. I mean, this purple is the reason why I bought this palette. Then from there we move on to Nude Awakening, which looks like this. And then I also wanted to use 2 of the eyeshadow palettes from the Zodiac line. I have Earth and I have Fire. So we have Earth right here, beautiful palette. And we have Fire right here, beautiful. So again, at my job I can only use very light makeup. So I mostly stuck to this palette the entire week. I did use a few shades here and there from the other ones, but it was mostly this palette, and it was mostly this shadow, and this shadow. I do have to say that I like the consistency of these shadows. I like the wear time of these shadows. But sometimes the pigment, especially on like these lighter shades, can be very subtle. So if you like your shadows to pop, you might not like these, but they are good shadows. They do last a long time on your lids. Now today I kind of wanted to play with a little bit of color. So I used the purple, which is the reason why I bought this eyeshadow palette in the first place. But I'm wearing it today, and it kind of looks a little darker in my eyes than it does on the pan. On the pan, it looks like it's going to be like a light, soft kind of purple color. And it just looks darker when you put it on. You see what I mean? It's not that light purple. It's more like a darker silver purple with specks of pink. I mean, it's beautiful nonetheless. I just think that it doesn't reflect the same as the pan. And then the color next to it, which is like a darker purple, it doesn't really show like a purple on your skin. It's more like a black with like specks of purple glitter. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to use any of these, but this blue and this gold look amazing. I mean, I'm gonna swatch the blue just to see how it swatches. But again, like, these don't look like they look when you first look at the pan. I mean, look at that. That looks really dark, and that's not how it looks in the pan. And that just looks really, really dark. And then the gold one, let's see. The gold one does look like a gold. Ooh, that gold one looks really pretty. I can't wait to play with that. But yeah, I mean, they're good eyeshadows. It's just that I don't feel like I get the same pigment as more of my high-end shadows. But I mean, if you're in a budget and you need some good drugstore shadows, these are really good. These are really, really good. And then the Zodiac ones are amazing. I mean, these shadows are beautiful. They're pigmented, they're shiny, they're true to the color in the pan. They are beautiful. I used some of these and this one during the week because obviously I can't wear like super colorful shadow on my eyes during work. But I did create a nice like pinkish reddish kind of color on Thursday for Valentine's Day, and I used these colors right here, and they're beautiful. I mean, I have nothing but good things to say about these shadows. Let me see if I can swatch with a clean finger. They are just so pretty. I didn't think that these shadows were gonna be this pretty. I mean, look at that. They're so pretty. They are so pigmented and so pretty. And you can still get these palettes at Walmart and at the Wet n Wild website. So that's very exciting. And then, let's see. On my waterline, I mostly kept it light like I have it now. So I used this L'Oreal, what is it called? It's like a highlighting pencil. It's called Silk Sime. I can't really read it because it's very like light and it's cursive and I can't really read it that much, but it's a L'Oreal Paris eyeliner and it's like a pink color. And let's see, I'm running out of space, but that is what it looks like, and it's beautiful and I love it on my waterline. So that's what I use most of the week. And then I have 3 different mascaras from Wet n Wild that I kind of wanted to put to the test. Let's talk about this mascara first. Now, I haven't had a lot of good luck with mascaras when it comes to Wet n Wild. and this was no different. This one is the Wet n Wild Mega Protein Mascara in Very Black. One thing about these mascaras is that I feel like they do what they claim they do, but I wish that all three of them were combined. And we're gonna talk more about it. So this one is supposed to be like the protein one. It's supposed to boost and condition your lashes, enriched with acai oil, soy protein, smudge resistance, which I agree, they don't smudge at all, and they look really good. All three of them, they don't smudge, they don't, budge, they don't, nothing. They stay in your eyelids, yeah. No, they stay in your lashes all day. That's true. I just feel like this one in particular does nothing. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't lengthen, it doesn't volumize, it doesn't do nothing. It's just like basically just putting some black color on your lashes, and that's it. It does nothing for your lashes. Nothing. Maybe it protects them, but that's about it. It doesn't do anything else. So that is a pass for me, even though it claims to give my lashes protein and stuff. I need more in my lashes than that. So that is a hard pass for me. Now, the second one that I used is the volume mascara. The volume mascara in Very Black. And it's the light pink, kind of chubby one. Now, this one does give your lashes volume, but that's about it. It doesn't give it anything else. It just gives it a little bit of volume. And I really like my lashes to be like the center point of my makeup. I like my lashes to pop, and sadly this doesn't do it. Now, the third mascara claims to lengthen your lashes, and it's also in the color Very Black. It's the skinny kind of like purple tube. Yes, it does give your lashes length, but that's it. It doesn't give your lashes anything else. So what I decided to do was that I was gonna combine the volume and the lengthening mascara, and that's what I've been doing for the past week. I've been combining both of these mascaras to give me somewhat of the results of what I like. So this is what the lashes look like with both of them on. It's still not like the effect that I love on my lashes. Like, I like my lashes to look like huge. I like them to look, volumized, and I like them to look super long. And I create a little bit of that effect using both of these. Now, who has time to really sit there and use two different mascaras? Like, I wish that all three of these mascaras were on one single tube. I wish that they were all just one mascara, because they just don't do it alone. They don't do it. They don't do it alone. I'm gonna keep using them until they run out, and then that's it. I'm not gonna purchase them again, because I just don't have the time to sit there and really play with two different mascaras to give me the effect that one mascara from the drugstore doesn't, and that's the Lash Paradise. I love that mascara. But yeah, you guys. Lastly, I have, I forgot to mention this. I do have one of the Liquid Cat Suits shimmer eyeshadow, liquid shadow things. I love this liquid shadow. I really do like it. It's just that it doesn't compare to the Stila liquid shadows. This is the one right there. I feel like the Stila liquid shadows kind of pop more. They're more bold, and they have more pigment. This one's nice, but it's very subtle. So if you like a subtle look, you might like this one. I have the color Fairy Tale Ending. They do have different colors. They have a bunch of different colors. They have bold colors. They have more neutral colors, so maybe some of the other bold ones would send out more. That one is very subtle, so it doesn't really do much for your for your look. It's very, very subtle. But if you're into that, you might like that one. I really did like it. It did stay on my lid all day. It was shiny all day. It didn't fade. It didn't budge. So as far as that, it was really nice. I just felt like I needed a little bit more pigment, if you know what I mean. And then the last two things that I have are these new High Shine lipstick liquid cat suits. I have this one, which is the color Sand Nude, and I have this one, which is the color Flirt Alert. Now, I really, really, really like these. I think that they're so comfortable on the lips. I'm wearing them today. The only problem is that I had to mix both of these colors because this one is a little too nude for me and this one's a little too Barbie pink for me. This one I got on the Favorites Walmart box, and then this one I purchased myself. I purchased both of them, but I purchased this one when I purchased all of the other things off of the website, and then this one I got it on that Walmart box, so it wasn't like I got to choose the shade, you know. And then this one I wasn't expecting it to be so nude. When I put this one on, I feel like I have foundation lips, if you know what I mean, like when you put on your foundation and you get it on your lips. That's what I feel this one gives me. And then this one is just a little too pink. I feel like this types of pink don't really look that great on my skin tone, but combined it makes like this cute little like peachy nude kind of color, so I like them combined. They are very comfortable on the lips. They're not that shiny, but I feel like I have nothing on my lips, but I feel like my lips are hydrated and moisturized. I feel like I'm wearing a lip balm, but it has pigment, it has color. They're long lasting. They stay on your lips a lot, for a really long time. I wear them, or I wore them for work, and you know, I'm sipping on my coffee, sipping on my tea, and I felt like I got at least 4 or 5 hours wear from them. So yeah, I really enjoy those, and I can't wait to try more different colors. I do have, when I ordered all this stuff online, I did order a dark red that I haven't been able to wear yet because again, I can't wear bold colors to work, but I am dying to try that one, so maybe I will put it on another one of my weekly try on videos. But yeah, guys, this is everything that I tried this week. I really wanted to focus on everything that Wet n Wild has come out with recently. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you subscribe, and I hope to see you back again next week for an all new weekly try-ons. I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!